Welcome to the village of Mimure. This is a village in the middle of the Knuckle Mountains here in Sri Lanka. I joined the group tour and we drove here like 5-6 hours to get here. It's dark so you can't really see anything, but the views were absolutely stunning on the way here. It's in the middle of the mountains. There's this very sharp peak over there called Lakegala that we're going to climb tomorrow morning. It's going to involve some scrambling. It's very steep. It's just a steep rock face slab. Apparently it's the coolest climb in Sri Lanka. So tomorrow morning I have to wake up at 5:30, 5 a.m. 6 in the morning, and I actually overslept a bit, so that's embarrassing. But I'm meeting up with them right now. They're going to come and we're going to start hiking. So after meeting up with the rest of the crew, we walked to the bridge exiting the village, where the guides went to perform the puja ceremony to bless us with a safe expedition. Meanwhile, we got joined by these dogs who also wanted to climb the mountain. The first part of the hike went through the leech-infested, very humid forest, where we constantly had to stop and check for leeches on our shoes and socks. Even though it was early morning, I was already sweating heavily. We stopped at a waterfall for some breakfast of rice and jackfruit and some curry. And after that, we put on our helmets and started tackling the steeper slopes, as we slowly rose above the tree line and got views of the village below. Finally, we got to the massive slab, the crux of the climb. Unfortunately, the slab was quite wet, and our guides warned us that we probably would not be able to ascend it. We sat around hoping we wouldn't have to turn back, while the guides free climbed up to tie the ropes to the rocks. A little later, we got the news we were praying not to receive. The crack is full of water, and it's way too dangerous for them to climb up without safety and tie the rope. While flying the drone, you can see just how wet and vertical the crack was, why it was too risky for them to try it. We ended up climbing the little diagonal part that they'd already set up and taking some pictures and videos there, before being forced to turn back and head down. On the way down, I found this little waterfall tucked in a narrow cliff where I got to cool off and take the fresh water. But later I paid the price and got bitten by 3 leeches while going back through the forest. We made our way back to the village where I hung out with some locals and I flew my drone a bit more before trying to make my way back to Kandy. All in all, the experience was totally worth it, and one day I'll have to go back and climb to the top.